Love is one of the most profound and transformative human experiences, yet the Stoics believed that true love begins with self-respect. In a world where relationships are often influenced by emotions, expectations, and external validation, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing perspective, one that emphasizes inner strength, self-sufficiency, and virtue as the foundation for genuine love. The Stoics, including philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, taught that self-respect is the cornerstone of a fulfilling life. Without it, our relationships become fragile, dependent on the whims of others, and prone to suffering. When we lack self-respect, we seek love as a means of validation rather than as a conscious choice rooted in mutual admiration and understanding. Self-respect and emotional stability. Stoicism emphasizes emotional resilience. The Stoics taught that happiness should not depend on external circumstances, including relationships. Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To love truly, we must first master our emotions and find inner peace. Seeking validation in relationships makes us vulnerable to disappointment, but cultivating self-respect brings strength, stability, and emotional balance. Setting healthy boundaries. Another fundamental Stoic lesson is the importance of boundaries. Self-respect means recognizing our worth and refusing to tolerate disrespect or mistreatment. Many people struggle with setting boundaries in relationships, often sacrificing their needs to please others. However, the Stoics emphasize that virtue, including wisdom, justice, and courage, should guide our interactions. Seneca advised, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This means choosing partners and friends who align with our values and refusing to stay in relationships that diminish our dignity. Love rooted in virtue. Stoicism teaches that true love is not based on fleeting emotions or superficial attractions, but on virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This applies to love as well. When we respect ourselves, we attract and cultivate relationships that are based on mutual respect, shared values, and intellectual and emotional depth. Instead of seeking someone to complete us, we recognize that love is a partnership between two whole individuals who inspire and elevate each other. Acceptance and amor fati. A key Stoic concept is amor fati, or love of fate. This means accepting life's events, including relationships, with grace and resilience. Often, people cling to relationships out of fear of loneliness, change, or rejection. But Stoics remind us that everything in life is transient, including love. Self-respect allows us to embrace this reality rather than resist it. We learn to appreciate relationships for what they are, rather than try to control or force them to meet our expectations. By doing so, we experience love in its purest form, without attachment, jealousy, or insecurity. Cultivating self-sufficiency. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is self-sufficiency. While love is a beautiful and meaningful part of life, it should not be our sole source of happiness. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking." When we respect ourselves, we do not rely on a partner to fill a void within us. Instead, we see love as a choice, not a necessity. This mindset not only makes us more attractive to others, but also ensures that our relationships are built on strength rather than neediness. Love without attachment. The Stoics did not oppose love or relationships. Rather, they encouraged a balanced and rational approach. They warned against excessive attachment, which leads to suffering. Seneca wrote, "He who is overly attached to anything outside of his control is destined for misery." This does not mean we should not love deeply, but rather that we should love with wisdom. A relationship built on self-respect allows love to flourish naturally, without fear or insecurity. We cherish our partners without clinging to them, knowing that true love is based on mutual freedom and respect. Conclusion. Stoicism teaches that love is not about losing ourselves in another person, but about strengthening our own character. When we develop self-respect, we bring confidence, emotional stability, and wisdom into our relationships. We set boundaries, choose partners based on virtue, and embrace love with acceptance and gratitude. Love that starts with self-respect is enduring and deeply enriching, creating meaningful relationships aligned with our highest selves.